Lishi, I went from 339 to 313 in a month. So I'm here with Lishi, and today we're talking losing weight with friends who love to give each other the business. So you read this book that you are going to yell at me about. What is this book called?
Burn.
It is called Burn. And what does the nice man say in the book?
It's the study of how the body uses energy, how it burns energy, right? And this calorie in, calorie out mechanical model that's on every app that you use,
Right.
and it's been around for over 100 years, I'm pretty sure. The research that this guy's done, he's a research scientist, disproves the theory that it's calorie in, calorie out as far as exercise and how the body uses energy.
The food that I was eating wasn't getting processed by my body. So it was just going straight to fat. Like I wasn't getting any benefit of anything. So even working out, because I was working out every day, nothing. I was actually gaining weight. So then I just started fasting for like 16 hours a day.
The stuff that you were eating, let
Yes.
me guess, when you were gaining weight, was it spinach,
No,
broccoli,
they don't have that here. No,
carrots,
they don't have that here.
and you've lost 14 pounds in a month?
Well, I mean, to get,
So were you eating during this 14-pound weight loss? Were you eating a lot of French fries?
no, not at all.
No, hamburgers,
Nope,
pizza.
nope.
Okay, yeah, I don't doubt it. So part of the thing about this book talks about burning energy. People are all about exercise to lose weight, and he has the research to prove that that is not the case. You've heard people that diet, they reach a plateau.
Yes.
That's a real thing, and his studies show that there's these incredibly complex systems in your body, and blood sugar is one of them. And they actually followed for like 12 years people that were part of the Big Fat Loser show, and a lot of them, most of them gained their weight back, but the thing a lot of them had is they would plateau at whatever weight, and even though they would change their habits, the body, based on this guy's research, fights to maintain at this weight that it decided. Your body decided that this is where it's going to stay. And the way it does that is that if you don't eat enough, like you're trying to diet, and you eat less or you eat more healthy food, the body slows down certain systems to use less energy, thus fighting you about staying, because it's doing what it can to do what it thinks is the right thing, which is to maintain this weight that your body has arbitrarily decided. And I'm sure it's not arbitrary. I'm sure the body has hundreds of thousands of years of evolution that made your body decide to navigate, to adjust the systems to maintain this weight that I don't want. I've been 220 for like 18 months now after being 355. And I talked to a nutritionist. She said, if you want to lose weight, you need to start it back up again. Whatever I'm eating now, I need to cut 500 calories out of that. And I haven't been able to do it because I like ranch dressing and I like Grubhub.
I tell you, I got to 339 mostly through Grubhub. It is the devil's machine.
But it's not by eating too much broccoli, right?
I see. Well, you can't order broccoli through Grubhub. Yes, I agree with you. But it's also where you live. Look, here's I think, like, as far as not being a
Let's remove
nutrition,
all of the external things. Just like we talk about the body as a machine, calorie in, calorie out, which is bullshit.
I
But
agree.
if you lived anywhere, if you can't get a hold of broccoli, or I say broccoli as nutritious, healthy food, right? But if you can't get a hold of broccoli, yeah, you're kind of fucked. That's the rub of it. If you want to lose weight, you got to eat foods that aren't going to do that stuff that we were talking about
So
before.
basically, before, like we were talking about chicken, broccoli, shut the fuck up. That was your magic. Now, I did, as far as losing this weight in a little over a month, I would say. So almost 20 pounds in a month. Not really 20 pounds. The way I lost this weight is I got a bowl. It's a small size bowl, and I just put raw onion, raw broccoli, because I don't mind raw broccoli. I think it's delicious. I think it smells horrible if you put it in the microwave. Like when people used to do that at work, I wanted to kill myself. Awful, horrible. I would never do that. Okay, so just raw broccoli, raw onion because I like the crunch, a meat of some kind, generally chicken or lean beef if I get sick of chicken, and I do because it's boring, and a couple of pickles just for a little bit of spritz, and a couple of olives for a little bit of a spritz. And it's something that I look forward to. It's like a dog. If you put a bowl out for a dog and he's not running to the bowl, you should probably change your dog food. Like if you like, I'm a big believer in like if you don't want to eat whatever it is that you say a diet. Like for me, a diet means like you're changing your entire life. I don't think you should diet and stop because when you stop, you just gain it back. That's just what happens. Like I need to do this for the rest of my life, so I'm trying to figure out things that I can eat that I want to eat that won't attribute to weight gain.
Yeah, I totally. I don't have any contradiction to any of that. I watch these research scientists on YouTube. The pancreas is the insulin guy, right?
The pancreas creates insulin, yes.
So this guy shows a picture of a insulin resistant guy, his pancreas, and it, they do MRIs or whatever it is, so you can see that, and it's this, god damn it, it's this decrepit thing. And he says, this is a person that's in insulin, they're diabetic and blah, here's his pancreas is all fucked up. On a healthy diet for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, and as he's eating healthy, the pancreas is growing back. It actually does regenerate.
Yeah, the liver also regenerates itself completely if you don't beat the shit out of it. Like right now, the reason I'm doing this mostly is I went to the doctor and did an MRI, and they said I have fatty liver. He said if I continue on this trajectory, if you will, I'm gonna have liver shutdown.
Oh, I will.
You are very. Can you move forward a little bit? You are lightsabering right now. Like you have a lightsaber.
Can we pause for a second? I'm gonna change directions here.
No, go ahead. Just do it. I'm just gonna edit.
Oh, you can edit.
Yeah, you have lost weight, Lishi. You were much bigger than this when I knew you before.
Yeah, I lost 130 pounds.
Yeah, what are you whining about?
I've been 220 for fucking 2 months, and I have a scale that tells you, what your BMI is, and I'm obese. It tells me every morning that I weigh myself. It tells me I'm obese. And
the BMI tells me I should be less than 180 pounds, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, mine says 145.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, that's never gonna. I mean, I know that's never gonna happen, and I don't care. But I want to be around 200. 200, I'll be fine. Call me fat all you want, but like I'll never get to less than 180. It just won't happen. I don't care. Oh, spreads to 180 is gonna take like 4 years.
No, it'll take about 9 months.
No.
Boney, I watch this stuff every day. I belong to a club where people lose weight. People like 400 and 500 pounds. And most of the really successful ones drop it in like 9 months.
If you
2 years.
If you do it in a way that's sustainable, I'm not talking about just like, look, I had because I got rid of all of it. Like I used to be I used to take Krav Maga. I was like active in that way. Like I used to buy all these dumb sports equipment things, anything new and stupid as a piece of plastic that if you touch your back, it fixes it. Anything stupid like that, I used to buy. And then I learned a very valuable lesson is that exercise equipment, the best exercise equipment is the one that you use. Like if you use something for 2 weeks and just never use it again, that's a dumb idea. And I feel the same way towards weight loss. If you're trying to eat something but only for a limited time and then go back to the way things were or then start screwing it up. Like I'm talking about something that's sustainable long term for me anyway.
Right. So the secret to weight loss is not a diet. I totally agree. Would we both agree on that?
Yes.
My grandma, I was a fat little kid, right? And my grandma always told me, and this is in the 60s, she goes, it's not about dieting, it's about a lifestyle change.
It is. I agree with you 100%.
And so for me, it's been a slow, change. It's been, I was eating and I would call chili cheese fries a vegetable with my salad, right?
My Tommy's chili cheese fries. I missed
Then
them.
my friend asked me a question. In what universe does a man trying to lose weight eat chili cheese fries? And I really took that to heart, and I realized right then that he was right. It took me 3 months to stop getting chili cheese fries after that. After realizing it, it still took me this long amount of time to stop eating chili cheese fries. What the fuck? It's so good that it's really difficult to fight against how yummy it is.
So I had one of my trainers when I had a trainer before. He used to tell me that working out is fine, but he's like, your diet is, people say 80 to 90%, but he's like, it's more like 99%.
Oh, he's right.
To the 1%
A buddy of
exercise.
mine's pal is in,
I didn't understand Sam at all what he meant until I started doing this thing. He's
a
right.
buddy, my buddy's friend is a male dancer, like in Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and he said abs are made in the kitchen,
It's true.
not not on the board.
No, your muscles are there. It's just there's a ton of fat on top of them. That's really what it is. And like you have also fat, then you have like a layer of muscle, then you have fat behind that. And that's a really hard, that stubborn fat thing that's behind the muscle, that's really hard to get rid of. So it'll push your, like you've seen like buff guys, but their stomach look really big. Have you ever seen that? Isn't that's
Yeah,
weird,
yeah,
right?
yeah. There's different kinds of fat. There's like the fat that hangs off you like an apron, and
Yeah.
then there's the fat that's firm, and the
They
firm
call,
one.
they call it something. I'm not a nutritionist, so I don't care. But yeah, so there's that kind of fat is very hard to get rid of. But they do say there is new study that says exercise does help with that underlying fat. But whatever. I will say though that if you can do both, obviously do both. But I mean, I've been on a treadmill for like a year, more than a year, since I got here for 2 years. Not a treadmill, an elliptical, but or riding my bike for 20 minutes a day. But I was just gaining weight.
You're gaining
Well,
weight because you're eating crap.
Garbage, yeah.
Yeah, it's that easy. It's really
Well,
easy. It's really easy. All I got to do is stop eating that crap and start eating fresh, healthy, nutritious food.
well, because
It's really easy. No, it's really simple, and it's incredibly difficult.
it is
Like,
difficult.
like I'm trying to one
But
of the things that I try to do in my lifestyle change is to not cook with animal products. I still eat animal products. Like when
right.
I go out, when I order in from Grubhub, I order animal products, but I just don't cook with it, right? However, I can't stop eating ranch dressing.
Ranch dressing is really bad.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
A buddy of mine finally talked me into doing light ranch.
it's like
but
600 calories, dude.
yeah, except the light ranch is less. But when I talked to the nutritionist, when she said 500 calories, I looked at my app and it was like, yeah, if I'd stop eating fucking ranch. But another way that I like to eat is it's whole food plant based, and then another adjunct to that is SOS free, salt, oil, sugar free.
Right. Yeah,
So
I've cut out sugar almost completely, which is rare for me. I love me some sugars. But I mean, in this month that I've been doing this, I can't remember the last time I like put sugar in my coffee, or I do drink black coffee for my liver because they say that that's actually good for my liver.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the liver loves black coffee, but if you can't put anything in it.
Yeah, I've been drinking my coffee black. It's like I don't drink, so when I have black coffee or tea, it's like a cocktail. It's an adult beverage because it's kind of bitter.
If you take fat, just put fat in your mouth, your body creates a little bit of insulin in order to process it. If you eat protein, your body creates a larger amount. But carbs, the bar for carbs about how much insulin your body produces to process it is like from the floor to the ceiling. Like it is a lot of insulin. So I mean, one of the other things I did was almost eliminate carbs completely, and that helped a lot for me because of, again, I think I was not processing food correctly, and I think that with eating my broccolis and my chickens, and just sticking to that. But then it's boring.
So when you
So
say carbs,
yes,
broccoli is carbs.
I know.
Okay, good. All right, great, good. Because a lot of people, like when they say carbs, they mean starches. So
No.
I read recently that somebody my age, which is 60, 61, having like starchy vegetables like potatoes and, well, I guess just potatoes, rice is not good for somebody like me. However, I also heard about this study that if you boil a potato and eat it, it has a glycemic index, for ease of numbers, of 10. If you take that same boiled potato, put it in the fridge overnight, the next day, if you heat that potato back up, it has a glycemic of 5. I'm growing potatoes in my garden, and so I'm gonna cook them and put them in the fridge. And then since I don't put meat on my salad when I make it at home, I cut up the potatoes and I cook them with onion and then put them in the fridge overnight, heat them back up and pour the hot potato mixture over like they did at California. I don't know if you were around for California Chicken Cafe.
Yeah, I was there. I used to get exactly that thing you're talking about. The one thing I would say about broccoli that is so wonderful is that broccoli takes as much energy almost as it costs for your body to process. So like foods like that are great for losing weight because you eat something, your body spends all this energy converting it into energy, and what's left is so little. You know what I mean? For broccoli is like one of those things. There's a lot of foods like that. You can look them up, and there's like beans that are like that. Beans are really
Carrots,
good.
celery, dude. Please, food is my life.
Take it easy. But I'm saying, but nutrition is more than 80%. It's way more than 80%.
Well, you know what? Your buddy told you it was or not your buddy. Your trainer said 99% without even talking to me, probably without even reading that book. And here's a guy who makes his living off of making sure his body is fit. And all this anecdotal stuff that we learn, it's really nice to, like, I read this book and all this stuff that I've learned anecdotally over the years. I see nothing in this guy's book that contradicts it, except for the fact that whole, I run 3 miles on the treadmill, that means I can eat an M&M. No,
it doesn't.
They're totally, it's too complex.
So I have tallied our votes, and feel free to write in the comments section who you think is never right in this episode. Because look, you do look thinner, and you have lost 100 pounds, which is not easy. Like, it's not easy. I mean, that is something to be very proud of. I mean, given that you have a turquoise bucket behind you, everything else that you, I mean, that's better. But you now I missed the bucket. But what I'm telling you is this: you did something that most people can't do. That you should be proud of yourself. Like I'm
very happy that I'm a lot less uncomfortable.
You're never right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want more content from the Never Right podcast.